What's good, everybody? Hope everybody's well. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share. Make sure you hit the membership as well, members only content. All right, let's jump into it here. I don't got a lot of time, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to jump in this to talk about, I generally agree with Miss Crimson Cure. I think she's doing great work trying to help hold women accountable and help them at the same time, trying to fix their practices and how they're moving about in the dating market. And I think that I think that we're really at a crux in our time here in the dating scene situation where it's really becoming difficult. It's becoming role reversal. Women are now more atavistic because they don't need a man. They want a pretty boy. They want all this different stuff that they, I guess, traditionally claim that they didn't get in past situations and or circumstances. So, having leveled up, take control of their own finances, now they want something differently, and whatever, they move that way. My answer to that to the men is, don't hate the players. Learn the game, understand the game. You can hate the game, but if you're going to play, then you got to level up and become the best version of yourself in order to be competitive in this dating market. Don't cry about it. Do something about it. Get up off your lazy bums and do something about it. My disagreement with Miss Crimson Cure is, and again, I generally agree with her all the time, but so I'm very surprised at my take on this. But she played a clip by Claudia Jordan in a particular video, and I'm going to play the clip right here.
Lord, welcome back. And I'm still single. I'm tired, Erica. You found your man. Don't hate. Let me live this. Let me vent. You're off the strip. I am still on it. I'm in the trenches, and it sucks. I'm sick of being independent. I fucking hate paying for my fucking Range Rover, my other car, my mortgage insurance, my freaking cell phone, computer, Wi-Fi. I am sick of it. I need some guy with bad health to jump on in and interrupt and say, let me take you off your shift. You've been working hard enough. So that's cute what she's doing. I'm not doing that. We are different. I'm tired. I've proven myself, and it only impresses other women. She's like, oh, that's amazing. My friend's independent. These men don't care. Come and save me, some chic, minus the dookie. Just please come and save me. I'm tired. I'm tired, Erica. I don't want to do it no more. Where's my Melania? I want the Melania Trump plan. I'm sick. I've proven myself. Okay. Since 1988.
At 88.
I'm tired. I was 15 out of paper route.
Damn, that's a long time.
72 clients. 30-cent tip for some of you bastards in East Providence, Rhode Island on 2nd Street. I remember I gave you papers 7 days a week, and on Sunday you gave me a 30-cent tip. I'm tired. So I'm glad it worked out for you, but I'm not there.
Being a strong, independent woman since 1988 is a lot, Claudia.
So we can see from this particular clip, what Miss Claudia Jordan is saying is that she's tired. She's tired of paying her own bills. I'm just going to sum it up, keep it brief and short. She's tired of paying her own bills. She wanted somebody who was broken down and crusty and sick and all this type of stuff to come in and be basically a sugar daddy to her and pay her own bills. I'm sure that Claudia Jordan is not struggling financially. I don't know her net worth or what she makes a year or anything like that. I don't think that she's struggling. Quite honestly, I don't know that much about her. I just know that she has a Fox Soul show, has it or had it. I don't know. I don't know much about her career, and I'm not going to look it up to find out. It's really not that interesting. But I want to make the point as to what are the expectations? What are the expectations that are going on, and and relate that to average ordinary women, and just ask a question: are these some of your expectations? If you are I'm going to say 40-year-old plus woman, it's a nice fire truck. If you are a 40-plus-year-old woman, if you are a 40-year-old plus woman, and you're still looking for someone to come in, swoop in, and pay your 100% of your bills, I gotta say that you're operating under some level of delusion. Take some stuff off your plate, yeah. Go 50-50, 60-40, 70-30. But come in and take 100% of your bills. You got to give up that. You got to give up. You got to give that up. You got to give that up. I mean, it's really sounding, quite honestly, very, very sad, very pathetic, in all honesty. I'm trying to be as nice about this as I can. It's really pathetic for you to be over 40-year-old woman talking like this. Now, I would assume that my viewers are not operating on this level of delusion. I'm assuming that you have more sense than that. But I would assume also that there are ladies out here who have this. And if it ain't this, then there's nothing. Paying 100% of your bills is reserved for those who are going to become housewives, who have chosen no longer to work. This is my estimation. I mean, this is not written down somewhere. I'm just saying, if I'm going to pay 100% of your bills, here's what I'm going to expect. I'm going to expect you to be a housewife, not work, and you're going to take care of the household and me 100% of the time, making food, cleaning up, whatever that entails. So listen, I don't understand. I don't understand why this woman, Claudia Jordan, at 50 years old, would be talking about she's tired and she wants somebody to come in who is sickly, presumably because she doesn't want to have sex with that dude. She still wants to have relations with 30-year-olds. This is my assumption. I'm wholly admitting that I'm assuming this. Why else would you ask for somebody who's broken down, or whatever phrase she used, to come in here and just take over your bill? I'm just gonna pay this 50-year-old woman's bills? What? I mean, if you're 20 something years old, you're gonna start having my babies or whatever, then that's fine. Maybe even if you're 40, you don't have any kids, and you meet a guy who's got the means, and he says, "Listen, okay, I want now at 40 years old, you want to give up your career or whatever you're doing for the past, plus 18. What's 18 minus 40? 20. God, I'm not even gonna try to do it. 22, 20, whatever it is, 20 plus years, 28 years, whatever it is, 20. I'm not even gonna try to do it. I just put it on the screen. Whatever it is. I mean, what were you doing? 22 years, right? 22 or 32? No, 22 years. What were you doing for the past, that amount of time? And now you don't want to have kids. Excuse me. Now you want to have a kid, maybe at 40, 41, 42, something like that. That's a whole nother story for another day, but people are doing it, whatever. Now I could see some of you saying, okay, you're going to pay my bills while I do nothing. But I really don't understand the concept. I don't understand the concept. I don't understand the concept of you work, my money's my money's your money, your money's your money. You're working, and I got to pay all these bills in the house, working overtime, 40, 50, 60 hours a week, putting in that much time, and I'm getting what? I just don't understand it. You're saving your money for what? I mean, unless we're buying properties with your homes and you're paying for every single vacation, you gotta chip in. I don't. Again, this is something I don't understand. It's just something I don't understand. So Claudia Jordan expects some chic, I think that was actually her term, to come in here and find some prince of some Zimbabwe or something, and come in here, Princess Zamunda, come in and pay your bills at this particular elevated, mature age. And what does he get for that? Just your presence? And I understand that Claudia Jordan is an outlier. I understand that, but the problem is that when she says this type of thing, I hope, well, she's definitely putting it out there in the ether that this is the expectation. And I just hope that people are more sensible than to believe that this is the way that it ought to be and ought to operate. And if you are looking at this and saying, yeah, okay, I got this and that, you're gonna come in here and pay this, and I gotta, presumably, these elevated ages, if you can find somebody you can work with and and yes, there's stuff still works, you got to be able to work through that and get it together. And Crimson Cure did mention that you got to be able to work through this and get this together, and if you're still very atavistic about your dating choices, and he's got to be all these different requirements, including sexual prowess and stuff, right? As if that stuff can't be worked on. You can tell somebody. That's a whole nother thing. I'm so tempted to talk about that sometime. Maybe I'll make that behind the members only. But so listen, you gotta check your standards. You gotta check your standards and what you're looking for and all that. And again, I'm saying that the reason that they're saying this stuff is because because they got somebody they have all these different guys. One who's the guy who's the 9 to 5 guy, right? The 12 to 5 guy, in by midnight, out by 5 a.m., right? He's just coming there, taking care of business, taking care of you. You got somebody else who's buying your lunch every day. Somebody else is paying your rent. Somebody else is hanging up your TVs and fixing stuff around your house. You have all these different men, particularly if you're a beautiful woman. I'm sure that Claudia Jordan has her pick of the litter. Literally, by litter I mean younger dudes, right? She's probably all these different interns or whoever she's working around. She's a beautiful woman. For 50 years old, she looks great. But she, these dudes aren't paying her bills, and she wants somebody to come in there and sugar her. But the problem is the elevated age. I mean, what do I look like? What do I look like trying to be? I'm 50. I'm 50 myself. What do I look like trying to get me a sugar mama? Right? I should be 80 years old. So listen. So my disagreement with much of what Crimson Cure said, if you watch the video, I'm not gonna play it, but you can go watch her video. She was saying that Claudia Jordan now recognizes the importance of being of a man, of masculinity, and someone present in your life. And I disagree, because that's not what Claudia Jordan said. That's not what she said. That's not what she said in the video. What she said was she wanted somebody to come in there and take care of her, and so she could be a sugar baby at 50. She never said she wanted somebody. She misses leadership or quality male interactions, or high levels of communication, or talking about the politics. And she never said any of that. That's what she missed is that's what she missed. And she said she wanted someone who's sick or whatever that phrase was that she used. She wanted somebody who is somehow compromised physically, because you don't want to sleep with this dude. She's probably used to, if memory serves me correctly, she was dating for quite some time a guy who was 10 years younger than her. Her and Cheyenne Bryant probably comparing notes there, right? Cheyenne Bryant was dating somebody 9 years junior to her, right? Running the streets, don't want to settle down. And listen, it's okay. It's okay. Not that I think it's okay, but you have the right to do whatever you want to do. But don't cry about it later. And again, she's not crying because she's saying, I miss male leadership, I miss male companionship, I miss male interactions of higher level than these guys who are 10 years younger than me. They don't have the emotional and intellectual maturity that I need to have a stimulating conversation or to make plans and care. She didn't say she missed any of that. What she missed was somebody taking care of her bills, because she wanted somebody else to pay for her Range Rover. That's what she wanted. So if you are a woman and you're looking at this, I hope that you can separate fact from fiction and don't let these people guide you in your thinking and your thought process, because they will have you just as messed up as anybody else. So I disagree with Crimson Cure. Much of what she said in the video was accurate. But that part about what, her recognizing that she missed it somehow and that she was not following God's will for a man, and all and everything else that Crimson Cure was saying in the video. I'm not gonna play her portion, but you go watch it. But that wasn't Claudia Jordan. Claudia Jordan just wanted to be taken care of. She was sick of watching her writing checks or automatic withdrawals and watching her $700, $800, $900 Range Rover bill go out the door. That's what she was sick of, And I don't know what her finances are, but I would assume, someone in her position should have money just to drop the note on a Range Rover. I don't know what she makes a year. I don't know, but I would think. I mean, if I'm on a big network television show like that, not that it's super big, but you got to be paying me somewhere in the six figures, right? And I'm talking about 2s or 3s. I'm not talking about 150. But what do I know? I'm not in the industry and what they make and all that. So I could be way off on that. But anyway, let me know your thoughts, your opinions. Go over and watch her video, Crimson Cure's video. I'll definitely put the link in here. Listen to her analysis of what she was attributing to Claudia Jordan. And I picked on Claudia Jordan, not that I'm picking on her, but I'm mentioning Claudia Jordan because I've talked about her a couple of times, talked about Cheyenne Bryant, talked about Ebony K. Williams, and these three ladies in particular are kind of, yes, they're outliers. Absolutely, they're outliers, right? Highly successful women, but I think that there's a certain level of delusion, and Ebony K. Williams has recently, I guess she's on hiatus now. Maybe she had her baby now, but she is, kind of come off this level of delusion that, when she said you got to go when you're in college, you got to get your MRS degree. You got to get that MRS degree when you're younger. So, I mean, this is the issue that is going on with today's modern woman, today's modern society, and coming together and working together. And I'm addressing this because I want to fix the black community and the black family. I want to help to do that. Help to fix the black family, black relationships, black love. And until we really understand the nature of our problems, we're not going to get there. And if we're looking at people like Claudia Jordan, people like Ebony K. Williams, people like Cheyenne Bryant, who are giving exceptionally bad and sometimes hypocritical advice, then we're going to keep having the same issues that we're having. We need strong, stable families. We need strong, stable families, and those families have to be built on something other than atavistic mate selection, running around here in the prime years instead of family formation. And to grow up and be fit, and to grow up and now be 40 plus in your 50s, talking about you still want to be taken care of as a sugar baby, is a level of delusion, a level of stupidity, a level of emotional immaturity that is on steroids. That is on steroids. When you talk about men who are 40 plus years old, still living in their mama's basement, everybody laughs at that. But the same level of immaturity, I think, is being displayed in these types of situations where this lady is saying, I don't want to pay bills anymore. I want some sick old man to come in here and pay my bills. That way I can still, get my bills paid, and somebody else, and probably more than likely sleep with somebody else. Listen to Crimson Cure's assessment of this. Let me know if I'm right or wrong about this. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions, and hit me in the comment section. Like the video, subscribe, share, join the members only. Much love and peace.